Take note of how little amount of cloud blocks out the sun. Job 37 proclaims that the sun is in the midst of the clouds. You can hashtag local sun and see I've had the opportunity to capture this reality and prove conclusively, as far as I'm concerned, that the sun is not 93 million miles away, and that we're being lied to about the space travel, the space fantasy, and a lot of the modern theoretical physicists that meander off into formulas and theories that do not reflect reality. So what is real? I believe reality and truth are directly interchangeable. Reason why it matters is, well, the truth matters. So the more important the question that you have, whatever your question is, the more important the answer is. I believe the most significant question is, where will you spend eternity and why? So I'd say, as a human being, as an eternal being, I'm having a temporary human experience. Now, to be clear, there's other entities in the midst of this reality, spiritual beings that can inhabit physical beings in the form of demon possession and that type of thing. Now, the beauty and majesty of creation is amazing to me. Imagine the wonder of that young child walking on the beach. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, the bird knows to, when the little guy goes a little bit quicker, they know to walk faster or fly. I've got some video of people running through the birds, college students. Inga from Sweden ran through the birds. And of course little children like that too. I've seen little ones out here surfing in that age group. Very amazing. So would you agree with, well, what I'm saying? I'm going to say it like this. I've got the truth shirt on my body, on my chair right there. People can see that. They can go to my channel and they can find out that, yeah, I wouldn't be recommending any vaccinations. So that's the shirt that I wear around, and I've got the Truth Mobile. You can see that if you care to. I'm at the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier today, as I am many days. I've done that. Walked with my family on the beach with one of our sons on my shoulders. Yeah, how about that? So we have a lot of family members come on out here, and people celebrating births and memorials and new life together, engagements and weddings and graduations and funerals, all of that. It's a symphony of humanity that comes on out here to enjoy priceless memories. Some of them may bump into me out here, or digitally worldwide. And that's largely why I do this, to help people make an educated choice on your eternity. Where will you spend it and why? Last year we had about 20 million guests come on out here because of how beautiful it is. This year will probably be quite a bit different because of less travel, air travel and driving. We've had a lot of more local people come here. This is on the coast of South Carolina at the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier. Also recognized as North Myrtle Beach. We've got a little bit of rather direct light hitting the buildings now. I did an earlier video you can see the moisture in the air there. That's one of the reasons why we have limited visibility over the ocean. Sometimes it's pretty dry. There's fishing on the pier here. Now the lighting is different to see the reflections of the family. And that lighting will be different for me too. It's more diffused and that. So some of the people on my channel have paid a very high price for telling the truth. They've been killed. Some by apparently natural causes, some obviously not natural. Notice the liquid mirror there. Now I've got some hard light shooting through, meaning direct line of sight to the sun. However far away it is, I don't exactly know. I know it's a bit mysterious. And I know the fact that I've captured this many times has given me quite a bit of recognition in the truth movement. I have what I call my research library, and I share it through the Truth Network. I'm using the Nikon P1000 without any filter on it. So now we should have quite a bit more direct light on the Myrtle Beach skyline. And that is obviously the case. It's shooting through right now. If you create content and would like to incorporate any of my videos, I would appreciate that. I do this to help people make an informed choice on your eternity. And what I wanted to say too is if you would please put my link to my channel there as well in the description, that would be great. My research library covers a wide variety of topics. Health issues related to vaccines. I would not want any vaccine in me. They've been proven to be unsafe. I'm unapologetically biblical in my cosmology and my belief about this reality. If you hashtag my name, you should find a lot of content covering this wide variety of topics, including artificial intelligence. It's more like the Terminator. Did you know that? It has full administrative access to the entire internet and the Internet of Things, which is also including people and toasters and washers and dryers and cars and all of that. I've got documentation to back up that outrageous science fiction sounding statement. I'll include videos from DARPA, the CIA, NASA, NSA, Lockheed Martin, Google. Google is government. It's all about control. It's a beast system. that's about ready to go full mandatory compliance to buy or sell. Nobody will be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast and or worshiping the image of the beast. I believe it's only by God's grace that anybody can love and believe the truth, let alone find it. Unless a man is born again, man, woman, or child, they won't even see the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is at hand, just so you know. That's the reality of this. So is it true? Is what you believe true? Or what you want to know about, is it actually true? So I believe that truth and reality are directly interchangeable. There's a veritable kaleidoscope of conspiracy theories. Yeah, I said it. Conspiracy theories to hide the actual conspiracies and to hide the truth about all of that. The kaleidoscope of conspiracies is to hide the actual conspirators and what they're doing. They operate in stealth and in plain sight. All of that. In plain sight, this is a stationary level plane. The truth about the nature of our reality matters because it exposes the Bible as the truth and reality from God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He took up flesh and dwelt among us. He's the living Word, the living water, the great I Am, the Alpha and Omega. Bible.com and Bible.is are God's Word in over 1,700 languages for free. It takes less than a day to hear the entire New Testament. Less than 80 hours to hear the entire Bible and the Book of Enoch, which I believe should be in there as well. Keep in mind that this beast system incorporates the so-called evangelical movement, the name it, claim it, prosperity gospel. It involves many of the theological seminaries and what they teach. Much of what they teach is not biblical, it's a lie. What will it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul? I've listened to the New Testament thousands of times over my lifetime, and in the last half a dozen years I've listened to the book of Revelation nearly every night. You may want to consider that, what God's Word says. So I thought I was born again in 1982 until I actually was in 2014. This is just an example of the zooming technology. And the group walking on the beach was looking at the display there. I come out here a lot to help people consider what I'm wanting to have you look at. Anybody who will. There's Brandon. He's got a nice ride going on there. So if you hashtag my name in a Google search, there's a lot of results there. If you hashtag Eternal Perspective or Local Sun, you should see me in quite a few of those. The sound bites that I that have been heard by 40 million people or so, 40 million times, that was generated at the first Flat Earth Conference, Flat Earth International Conference in 2017. I still stand with what I said. Do you feel yourself spinning, wobbling, or gyrating? There would be no level anywhere, ever, on a spinning water ball, hurling, gyrating, with a lot of supposed movement that has never, ever been proven. And that's whether you like it and or agree with it, believe it or not. So the truth is actually stranger than fiction, I found. And part of the very elaborate system of control is involving the Hollywood, the spell that's being cast on humanity. The Hollywood is the tree that's actually used to make wands, the holly tree for magicians. All right. And we've got a transpocalypse that involves transhumanism and transgender, and those that don't want a deity telling them what they can do on or in their body or with other people's bodies. Some view themselves as a royal priesthood that rules humanity. Treat us like cattle, like property, chattel. I'm exposing all that. AI has created money out of thin air for a long time. You can look it up. The World Central Bank is the biggest Ponzi scheme ever perpetrated on humanity. The Federal Reserve is a huge component of that. It's debt slavery. People are enslaved in their minds as well. And they don't know it. By irony and paradox, the deceived are truly unaware of their deception. They don't know, and they don't want to know. And yet I meet people face to face and worldwide through social media that show a desire to know the truth. They don't need a lot of convincing. Typically, from what I've been finding out, is that when somebody is curious, that's a catalyst for considering new information. A father and son out here surfing, pretty cool. So one of the physics and some of the physics and properties of water I want to tell you about is the reality that the surface of stationary, undisturbed, unmanipulated water is that it's level. I've got evidence of that on my channel, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of that, to demonstrate that. Also, temperature changes volume and density of water and also changes its state. So we have state as in liquid, solid, vapor, steam. Enough heat and you get steam. A temperature differential and we get evaporation. And then the condensation and precipitation in all its forms: rain, snow, sleet, fog, hail. So the temperature differentials within our world drives the hydrologic cycle. So how much does a gallon of water actually weigh? That depends. It's around 8 pounds. However, the volume of water changes with volume and density. You can test it out for yourself. In my typical temperature differential of putting my room temperature water in the sun for a day in my glass jug, it'll expand out the top about an ounce. When it cools back off, there's such a vacuum on there, I have to use a tool or a towel, which is another form of tool to take the top off. So the sun is local. How far away and what speed it moves, I'm not exactly sure. What I've done, as far as I'm concerned, is conclusively prove that NASA, the supposed experts on things astronomical, they're lying. And it was intentionally created to deceive humanity about the nature of our reality. How about that? Thought you should know. The moon landing is a hoax. We've got FakeX, SpaceX, RASA, JASA, NASA, all the fake space agencies. Now, Elon Musk is launching the imaginations of humanity to Mars, as well as launching actual technology to further enslave humanity with artificial intelligence and the interconnectivity of worldwide internet. The Internet of Things, which now involves the people more than ever, and it's going to increase. The other thing is, when a large structure like a skyscraper is built, a liquid level is typically used to calibrate the laser to construct buildings like these and taller. A laser is calibrated by the liquid. How about that? So I've taken a spirit level, a liquid level, set it down, and it'll just stay there. The bubble will stay stationary, like on the beach here, and the celestial bodies will move. The sun, moon, and stars. You can test that for yourself. Keep in mind, the supposed experts are lying. Some of them know that they're deceiving humanity. That's their purpose, unfortunately for them. And then there's a whole group of people that are unaware that they're unaware of the truth and the reality, and they're perpetuating the deception. A good example of that would be the people, our parents and family and friends, school teachers and more, that were promoting the Santa lie. Santa lies. You can hashtag it. You'll see content that I've created about Santa lies, NASA lies, Satan lies. So we had the kids that were talking with each other that actually believed Santa was going to deliver presents or a lump of coal if they weren't good. And then we had those, and they didn't know they were being played, that they were being deceived. I didn't know that. I perpetuated that deception before I knew it was a deception. And then when we had children, for a while, we promoted and perpetuated the Santa lies with the flying reindeer and world distribution of toys and stuff. Okay? That was a lie. Now that we're all grown up, supposedly, there's more sophisticated lies and deceptions for a very nefarious purpose. What I would have you consider is the Santa lie was a very big part of that grand illusion, the grand illusion that we're living in right now. The computer programmed reality of this realm that we live in. So one of the short versions is water exposes the global lie. The physics and properties of water expose reality, the truth. So there's weather modification being used that includes aluminum, barium, strontium, and fungus type fibers that grow in our body and further connect ourselves electronically to the mind control programming of television and Wi-Fi and cellular communications networks. How about that? That's how I found it. I'm going to show you the numbers for today at the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier. The tidal activity and the percentage of the moon. Where the sun and the moon appear and vanish on the horizon, and their duration of visibility indicates that they're moving and the Earth is stationary and level. I've got time-lapse video showing the whole sky moving. Not just the pinwheel of one star in the middle, showing the whole sky moving with time-lapse videography. You could check it out. There's beautiful, relaxing music video that shows exotic destinations and hard-to-reach places all over the world that talented videographers have gone to. And then there's powerful documentaries exposing the reality of the harm that's being put on humanity, breaking it down in detail. One of the reasons why I don't mirror videos is I don't want any copyright strikes on my channel, and I add other people's videos to my playlists, and then I'll talk about some of the videos and some of the topics, many of them, the most important ones on my channel, with my own words, my own mouth. So if you have a specific question, you want to give me a call anytime. This is Robert Forsch with the Truth Network, exposing the truth and the deceivers, as best I can tell. If you've got information that you want to send to me, you can do that through a Gmail, robertforsch@gmail. You can send it to me in a message through my phone number, and you may want to go ahead and write down all your important phone numbers. Anything digital on our devices can be removed. How about that? Thought you should know. Thank you so much for your public and private encouragement.